Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on the channel we're going to do part 15 of Hero Collector's Build Your Own Ghostbusters Ecto1. Okay, so stage 15 is very similar to the last one. Let me show you. So this time we're going to be doing the right suspension. These are all the parts we get here. As you can see, they're virtually the same as the last issue, but just the opposite side. So let's get to the build page, stage 15. So as you can see, everything's pretty much in the exact same order as we did last time, putting these brackets on to here, screwing them in. We will put them in first and then put that in like we did last time. It was a bit easier doing that. We're going to attach these on and we're going to fit them to the frame with these brackets. Then we're going to make up the brake drum and then we're going to fit it to the actual suspension part. We're going to remember to fit the spring this time and screw that down, and then we're going to remember to put this pin in this time as well. And then basically we're putting the other side of the steering rod in until we've got something that looks a little like that. So yeah, stage 15 is virtually the same as stage 14, so we can learn from our mistakes from stage 14 to help us with this one. So let's get these parts open and start building. So in this issue, like the last one, we get a bundle of screws. We get IM screws, KM screws, HM screws, JM screws, EM screws, and then two types of plastic screws. We get GP and HP screws. So just like last time, we're going to start off with this piece, and this piece this time has an R on it. Last time it had an L for left, this time an R for right. So we're going to do exactly the same as what we did last time. We're going to take two EM screws and we're going to start them off in their threads here. So nice and slowly. We don't want to go all the way through, but we're just going to start them off, trying to be as straight as we can, just like that. And now we can take this piece, which also has an R just there. So we can take that as well. We can put that just in there, holding it as straight as we can, and then we tighten this screw up. All the way down, just like that. And we'll do exactly the same with the opposite side. All the way down. And there we go. That's that part on there. So next we're going to need this little cone piece again, and that is of course going to go in the center here. So we can put that in, and that's going to sit just in there. And on the back we have one screw hole just here, and that is for a GP screw, which are quite small, but they still fit the same screwdriver. So get this back in here, flip it over and get our screw in place. Just like that. And there we go. That is that all locked in there now. So this was the lower suspension arm. Now we're going to make the upper suspension arm, which is this piece here. This also has an R on it, so check that. And we need this piece here. So like last time, EM screws again, and this time we're going through this little bit at the bottom here. So start your threads off again, and the opposite side, and then grab your part, line up the holes and screw that in. So I've just got that one started. Now I'm just going to get this other side started. That's one side fully in, and now we'll do the second side, just like that. And that is the upper suspension arm done now. So next we just got to put this piece into here. So you want it facing this way up, so the R is facing down. take this piece and with the circular part in the middle with a hole go in there, just like that, that's where the way that's going to go. So now we need 2 more EM screws, using a lot of EM screws so far, and this is going this side this time. That's an EM screw as well. Right, now let's take this part and we want it this way up, slide that in, get it all lined up, and now we can secure this in. That's the first side, and now the second side. Line that up a bit better, and there we go. Stick to that one now. There we go. That is that all secure in there. So now we're going to bring in our frame again, and we want it so we've got this groove section cut out facing up. So we're going to put that down there, and we're going to take the both parts that we've just got, but we want the upper one first, and this is going to go on here. So we push that into there. That's going to locate onto there for us, and then we can flip this over, and then we're going to fit some HM screws in the other side. So let's get this turned over. Make sure that stays where it's supposed to. Right, like that, and then sit that down there. 2 HM screws. There is 2 holes in here. Here's the first one. Let's get that secured in so it's not going to go anywhere. And now get the second one in. Just like that. And now that is that attached onto there. So we're moving on to the next side. So we need to flip this over. No, we don't. We can leave it this side. And we can take the lower arm now, which we've got here. Make sure this is upside down, just like that. And this can go on here. So now we need the 2 little brackets to put on here. So just like last time, these have some little notches cut into the bar on there, and that's going to sit just on this little ledge here in between the 2 screw holes either side. So we've got some brackets to put on, so let's put these on. These are going to hold this in place. So it's going to be held in with IM screws, which I have right here. And we'll get that in. I'll just get them nipped in, and then I'll tighten them up. Right, so let's tighten these up now. These are some long old screws, these ones, the IMs and the HMs. Again, if it feels a little bit tough for screwing it in, then you can either screw it in, back it off, screw it in, back it off, and you'll clean out the threads that way, or you can apply some oil in the holes and that'll help it cut the threads a bit better. That's that one in, and now we'll do the opposite side here, just like that. And there we go, that is that now attached onto there. Okay, so we're just going to move this to the side for a moment, and then we're going to start making the brake drum. So here we have the parts for the brake drum. The part with all these details on, we're going to put that to the side just for the moment, and this is the part we're going to be working on here. So we're going to take this part, and then we're going to use this one here. So just like before, we need to slot this into here. It does have a key notch in there and on there. So we can locate that onto there, and then we've got it the right way round. So we know we've got it the right way round. And then we have to use EM screws to keep this on here. So let's get 2 more of them. I never noticed last time how many EM screws we used putting this issue together. So that wants to go there, turn it round, and then screw in here. the opposite side as well. Just down here. Just like that. So next we're going to bring back this piece and we're going to line up these holes, and there you go. So with this side like this, we want all these details to the top. Is there a notch or anything on there? I don't think there is. That's the way it goes, just like that. Now we need 3 HP screws. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And that is that brake drum all complete. Now bringing back our frame, and we're going to need this little bit that we put on here, and this with this hole just in the middle here. It's just going to sit just over the top of this one here, and this one's going to be held in with a JM screw, which is one of these. So we need to have that lined up there. This can be quite awkward to hold. Line up the hole, slide your screw through, and then try and keep the pressure on the back with your finger, and just keep screwing. And eventually you'll get to the end just like that. And now you've got full movability left and right and up and down as well at the moment. Just make sure they're all tight. And now put the spring in. This is the step I missed out last time, so we're going to get the spring, put that in. So now here's the spring that we forgot to put in last time, which made it a lot harder to do. And we're going to put that down and try and squeeze these together. So we've got to flip this over, and then we're going to have a IM screw going through this top hole here onto this hole on the back of the drum. I'm going to line that up, push this through there, push this down, and try and hold it whilst screwing. Just like that. So next we're going to be bringing this piece here. As before, it does have a key notch just at the top here, and we can flip this round, and that is going to go right through the center hole here. You can only go in one way because of the key notch, and then we're going to use a HM screw to secure this in on the back. So let's flip it over one more time, grab a HM screw, and that goes through this hole at the top of this bracket. Make sure that's all the way through. Now it's just the job of trying to line this up and screwing it in at the same time. Just there. Just like that. And that'll take the tension off of the brake drum, because all the tension before was on this brake drum from the spring. This will take the tension off it a bit. And now that leaves us with just one step to do, which is to fit the other side of this steering rod. Okay, so this steering rod is going this way round with the two, where you remember it looks like there's two little dimple bits. This side and this part is flush on the top, and that's going to be going onto the side of this bar here, and that's going to be with a HM screw. So let's get our HM screw, load that round there, and secure this one in. Trying to do it all cock-handed, so I'll just try and screw this in with my left hand, which is quite hard. So I'm going to turn it round, make it a bit easier, just like that. And now all that's left to do is plug that into there, and then we can flip this over, and the very last screw is a KM screw, which is going to go in the back. So let's flip it over, push that back through there, grab our KM screw first, get that on, and now we can load that into there, securing the rod into place. just like that, and that enables us to move the wheels in sync. I'll turn it so you can see, just like that. How good is that? So coming up next time, we can have a look at stage 16. These are all the parts we get here, and let me read it to you. It says, in this stage you'll receive the integral parts for the steering as well as the final parts for the front suspension. So it looks like this will be the last issue on the front suspension, and then we'll be moving on from that. So that should be coming up very, very soon. So that is it, guys. That is stage 15 all complete, and I have to say that was a lot easier than when I found it during issue 14. I don't know what it was, but I got a bit muddled in the instructions. Yeah, I found that a lot easier that time, so you learn from your mistakes. So join me again next time when we look at stage 16. Until next time, guys, if you have liked this video, please leave a like down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Till next time, guys, take care. Bye bye.